Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Today's episode of Frankenstein Control is brought to you by Jesus Christ's House of Elephant Rats. When you need a large vermin, ask no one but good old JC. Located at your local church, you'll find the finest communion rat.
Sometimes I think we put it, I regret taking off the streets of Richmond as a foundling. And, I think we should have got you mental help and not given you a bunch of drugs and paint thinner.
I mean, you know what? I think that might be what's wrong with me. I've been painting a lot of Gundam, like gotten back into painting Gundams, and oh boy, have I been huffing. You try and wear masks. You try and put on the ventilator.
People bought all the masks. You can't get any more masks. It's all. I'm serious. People are even buying like painting masks and shit because they think that'll stop the coronavirus. And people, like the Surgeon General's like, that's not how it works. Quit buying all the damn masks. Yeah. And people are still doing it.
I will say the coronavirus has made traffic really light, which is nice. Not that people are dying, but that like people are we live in an area where a lot of people can work remotely, so they do, because they're like, I don't want to catch the plague, and I'm like, please stay home.
I was actually
stay home so as I can drive easy.
I was reading about the the aftermath of the Black Death, and for the people who lived through it. They saw an immense improvement in quality of life. the feudal system basically went away for 100 years because people needed workers so bad that they would like treat them decently. Yeah. Wages went up for everybody. Quality of living went up for everybody. Wow. There was bountiful food, plenty of like clothes, and you could basically have whatever you wanted and have a great economic model of life.
And see, none of that would have happened if it weren't for Jesus Christ's House of Elephant Rats, complete with plague fleas.
Yeah,
that's where the coronavirus originated, is from the elephant rats.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If it weren't for old JC, we wouldn't be heading towards our next horrifying plague, followed by a Star Trek-esque post-scarcity utopia fueled by elephant rat disease.
Don't get bitten by those rats, Mr. Worf.
Season 8 Twitter, anybody? I don't know if we talked about that on the podcast.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Have we talked about season 8?
I feel like we have.
About Star Trek season 8? It's a great Twitter.
The Geordi and Data get trapped on a conference table by a scary dog.
Yeah. It's a fantastic Twitter. If you haven't checked it out, please do so if you like Star Trek. It's great. It's really funny. If we haven't talked about it, just as a quick, it's a Twitter dedicated to writing episode synopses for episodes of a fictional season 8 of Star Trek: The Next Generation, because the show only had 7 seasons.
Yeah.
And it hilarity ensues.
The episodes are both funny and almost believable.
Yeah, it comes from a place of love. It's very great. It's really funny. Also, just watching Star Trek Next Generation is always a treat.
It is.
It's a fantastic show.
Like it's so, I find it so amazing how it caught on in a time when it came out, because like to us it's great because it's fucking hilarious. And yeah, they have like decent stories and interesting concepts and stuff like that, but the execution is so goofy. Like, I love viewing that show in the lens of like, so this is humanity in the future, huh? We're all a bunch of stuffy losers.
I hope so. I don't want the future to be serious and boring.
I prefer that to our current reality.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that's true, but like watching how it's definitely the like acting in the show. Clearly everybody was given a motivation to have this sort of like, it almost has like this higher than now kind of air to everybody, but only a little bit. Just enough to where it's not insufferable, but enough to where when goofy things happen to them, it's extra funny. And it's fantastic. And I really don't know how Star Trek has gotten, has become a cultural staple as it has, given just how fucking, I can't use the word goofy enough, because that show is just goofy.
It was the 80s and early 90s. Everything was fucking goofy.
It really was. It was the same time period that gave us the BK Kids Club and weird shit like that.
That's a very good point.
I'll never forget those fucking barrels falling on Worf. That's so funny.
Paralyzing his ass.
It's not in battle or anything like that.
I know, like
an OSHA violation.
It's so like dramatic too, because this whole thing is like dying in battle and stuff like that, and he gets almost killed by barrels falling on him, and it's supposed to be tragic and heartbreaking, but it's just funny.
It's just the goofy, obviously empty barrels fall and bounce off of Michael Dorn. He goes, ah! And like the ding music plays.
And now the conclusion. Oh man, the Klingons in general are just a huge fucking joke. They're just this tremendous cosmic humor about the Klingons, because
except
there's so much
trans
time.
rights.
Yes, they did, but don't sully what I'm about to say with good messages, B-Rai. So we're led to believe that the Klingons are this, they spend an inordinate amount of time showing you this warrior-like society. They value strength above all else and all that kind of stuff. And yet, they totally fucking whiff it every time they get into a hand-to-hand combat situation with fucking Jean-Luc Picard and Riker. Yeah. And they can't even kick their asses. Like, they get whomped on by fucking Data. It's hilarious.
It's because they all, fight with these ridiculous, Mall Ninja Kit Ray abortion swords.
It's so funny to me that they treat it so dramatically, and they just eat shit
every time,
constantly, including Worf, who was the only one who consistently gets his ass whooped in the crew.
Yeah,
like anytime a big old fight breaks out, I think what they were trying to do is play off if Worf's getting beat up,
that's exactly what they're trying to do.
This is the challenge, but when it keeps happening, he's just a joke. He's a joke boy, and you laugh every time he gets beat on.
Mr. Wolf, I keep you around to get your ass kicked on my behalf.
I understand, Captain.
Wolf, I'm going to need you to go over there and lose a fight.
Can do. Oh man, good old Star Trek though. I love that show. Despite how it sounds when I'm talking about it, I do love that show.
Can you imagine the rest of the ship just mercilessly ripping on Worf after he got better from the thing with the barrels, because comedy is tragedy plus time. Just Riker be like, watch out in there, Worf, there might be some barrels or something. He goes to his quarters and finds a 6-pack of hugs has been delivered.
Who programmed the replicator to make these?
Just angrily sighs. Alexander, was this you?
The guy who acted as Alexander is dead. He died.
He is, and I already made an insensitive joke about that.
A long time ago. But you reminded me of it just now. I hadn't given that much thought.
He sadly got into drugs, and one day he took too much, and somebody came in and killed him with a bat'leth. To repeat my joke from 2 years ago.
Oh, by the way, welcome to Frankenstein Control. I'm your captain of this vessel, Taylor Russell. To my right is number 1.
I'm going to refrain from making a pee-pee joke and just say, hey everyone, I'm Ada.
And in front of me, as always, is Research Ensign B-Rai.
I'm Ensign B-Rai, and I have the reddest of red shirts.
It used to be a white shirt. Mm-hmm. Now it's a red shirt.
After I killed all those disposable crewmen.
You mean all those Klingons?
Yeah.
He threw barrels at him, Donkey Kong style.
Oh my god, just Worf walks in and Geordi and Data are playing Donkey Kong, and just and it just zooms in on Worf's face, and he's wide-eyed and sweating
No! He runs out as a PTSD flashback, and that's the subplot. That's the subplot is him being triggered by their fucking playing Donkey Kong. How is Jordy playing Donkey Kong? He's blind.
Well, he's got the visor, you dipshit. He could probably see. Actually,
he can see all the screens in the engine room.
I hope so.
He's the fucking engineer. He better be able to see screens.
No, man, those screens all got Braille on. It's the future. They might have Braille.
I sent FBM. This is years ago now. It was just a picture of Geordie LaForge over which the text had been overlaid that said, if you having hull problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a breach ain't one. And I sent that to him, and he said, B-Rye, that is the best thing you have ever sent me in our entire life. In like 20 plus years.
Good old Stunk Trunk. What a revolutionary skeeries. That Picard show was out, but I haven't seen any of the episodes.
I know. I keep forgetting to watch it.
I know that there's like Red Letter Media, a group of people that I like watching. I don't agree with everything they have to say, but I do like watching them. They're quite funny. And they do not like the new Picard series at all, but like they don't like Star Trek Discovery either, and they don't like the J.J. Abrams movies either, and they have a very, very set way that they want Star Trek to be, and like the new Star Trek isn't. It's like very, the new Trek is very explosion-y and thrilling and
Michael
stuff like
Bay
that.
And
and you don't have you don't you aren't going to see the captain of the next Enterprise doing Shakespeare in the holodeck or whatever, which is just like. At first, I thought they were just being curmudgeonly and kind of like, oh, you guys just don't like fun. This is this is your Last Jedi review all over again. But like talking about Next Generation like we have in the way we do, I'm like, actually, I think I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I think I kind of understand.
We're out of ideas this week. Moriarty's coming back.
But no, I understand like what's missing is just Star Trek is very much a goofy look into a far-flung future where big hoity-toity space dullards go on goofy adventures on death planets.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yep.
Like, and half the fun of the show is the contrast provided, where there's just this stuffy calm on the ship, and everybody's just so like polite and friendly to each other, and then it's contrasted deeply with, oh, Commander Worf, look out, here come the buttfuck monsters of Rapilon 9. And what? I don't know. I think I might have been watching the wrong kind of Star Trek. But you know what I'm talking about. Like they
I don't want to see that Star Trek.
Well, it's okay. Buttfuck means something different in the 24th century.
Let's drop this thread.
Let's drop this beat instead. Hey,
shut up, Aaron.
I got a story.
Yeah, lay it on us because you're going to tell us earlier.
I got a story about work. So
you got hit by a bunch of barrels?
No, I got to work from home today because I drove to work today and I went into work today, but then I also got to go home and work from home today, and here's why.
Everybody died of coronavirus?
No. Well, one thing did. So I got up this morning and did my usual routine, and then like as I'm getting dressed for work, I am hit with an unholy specter. And I rush to the bathroom and I have the absolute worst, most traumatic shit of my entire existence. And it was awful. It was the kind where you gotta like take off your shirt because you're sweating. It sucked. Oh God. And so I was like, well, now I'm late for work. I better get going. Geez, I feel like shit. Literally and figuratively. And I go to work, and apparently I looked so awful that they're like, Taylor, are you all right? I'm like, My tummy hurts and I don't feel good. They're like, you need to go home. And apparently I shit so hard that I must have looked like I just got roughed up in an alley or something. I just that poopy took it out of me so hard that people could outwardly notice and tell me to go home. And so I did. I was like, I'll take you up on that offer because I'm not feeling it, and I know y'all ain't feeling it, so I gotta go. And that's how I got off work, by shitting my brains out so hard that they told me to go home. And I just wanted to let you all know that. I wanted to let you in on my life.
That was a great story.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of shitty.
Ah! That was a bit loud. I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Ada's losing it. Where she's fading. Look out! She's going down. Marines, we're leaving. Ada, are you okay?
No.
Are you? You're flashing back to Nam.
I'm in Nam right now.
Nom.
Oh, speaking of, have like either of you heard about the like the Vietnamese coronavirus song?
No.
They, the Vietnamese, I don't know what health body or organization in Vietnam released this, but they made a like little instructional video for like, here's some tips that'll keep you from getting sick. Just like don't freak out, just like wash your hands.
Yeah.
Use common sense and clean up after yourself.
Don't lick doorknobs.
Don't lick doorknobs. It's all like it's very not scare tacticy at all, and very like we can do this. Just wash your hands. Don't be an idiot kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they said it to. I wonder if they actually had a real pop star write the lyrics or the song, or at least sing it, because the song is like uncommonly great.
Oh,
the Vietnamese coronavirus song. If you just type in Vietnamese coronavirus song, it's a banger. And like John Oliver played it on his show. He's like, that song fucking slaps.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have that. That's something I'm gonna have to add to my YouTube history. Vietnamese coronavirus song.
That reminded me, the people that made the "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" series.
Oh yeah.
Were contracted by some health group to do a video about baby CPR.
Oh,
and
no.
like it's legit. It's like it's actual good information on how to do CPR on a baby.
I mean, do you know?
No.
Would you be able to save a baby life?
No. That's
After you watch this video and commit it to memory, maybe you can.
Okay.
But it's still all the like "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" like style puppets in the same voices. It's like, when is this gonna get real dark?
When's the hammer gonna drop here?
Yeah. Oh no, the baby's been dead the whole time.
It's the Joe Pera effect, but in the opposite of it. Because you're waiting for the shoe to drop, but on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, the shoe always drops.
Yeah.
Where on Joe Pera, it never does. And so
You're just constantly waiting for that bad thing to happen, but it never does.
Yeah.
And, I think that says more about us than it does about them, clearly.
There is a video that YouTube keeps recommending I watch, like anytime I see our own episodes on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The video is something like history of the Ebola virus. And the thumbnail on it, it's apparently an animated thing. I haven't watched it, but from the thumbnail, it looks exactly like the style of Archer. I'm like, this is probably a very serious video about a disease that just killed a lot of people in very gruesome ways. But I can't see it as anything but funny because I just see Archer.
I wish I could do a better imitation of any of the characters on our show.
You're gonna watch that video. It's gonna be full of great information up to like the 7-minute mark, and then all of a sudden, somebody dying of Ebola just screams, "Lana!"
Yeah.
And then that's how you know.
Do you want Ebola? Because that's how you get Ebola.
Cut to Mallory making some dog whistly remark.
About what?
Like racism and stuff.
Oh, okay.
She's supposed to be like this, rich old white lady, and she, very often just makes, insensitive remarks. She's a direct reference in concept to Lucille Bluth. That's why they got that actress to be her. And so she says very Lucille Bluth things. Speaking of, there's a great series of memes I saw, which I hope I didn't mention on the podcast last time.
You might have, you might not have.
But it was one of those Who Said It kind of compilations of quotes and stuff. And it's like Who Said It, Mike Bloomberg or Lucille Bluth.
Oh no.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty funny.
But also depressing.
Yeah.
Good old hellscape. Where, I mean, let's not talk about any more of that because who knows who would have won, because it's Super Tuesday today, but it's like super past 2 weeks ago
this is
Tuesday.
a week past Super Tuesday, so we sure are glad that Bernie won Super Tuesday, or we sure are disappointed that Biden won Super Tuesday.
Gunshot.
What about Ruby Tuesdays? Nobody's talking about that anymore.
Yeah, I would just want infinite fries. That's why I go there. The burgers are good, but the fries are infinite, which is infinitely better than
I thought that was
burger.
Red Robin that gave you the infinite fries.
You're right.
Oh.
Fuck Ruby Tuesday for not being Red Robin.
Ruby Tuesday had...
They got the salad bar.
They had that salad bar, and my dad, when I was a little
Fuck
kid...
salad bar.
No, my dad used to bring me like all these ham cubes from there. When I was a little kid, that shit shut me up. I love that shit.
B.I., were you like a Dickensian street urchin in your youth? Like,
I guess so, but like we'd go out to dinner there. It was one of the places my parents have always loved going out to dinner.
just bring me ham cubes.
And they would sit me down. Dad would go get me a little salad plate, fill it up with them ham cubes and croutons and shit. Little simple shit, not actual vegetables.
Okay, like when you were real.
Okay, because what I imagined was you, like 7-year-old sitting on the floor of your living room drooling. Your dad just comes in, throws you like a gross, greasy napkin filled with ham cubes. Here's your cubes, you little rat.
Did I not mention that this occurred at Ruby Tuesdays?
You did not.
I just said
No. That was an extremely
ham cubes in general.
That was a safe assumption, but I think that we're assuming that since he's bringing it to you instead of you getting them yourself.
No, when I was like 5 and under, and we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
Dad would go over to the salad bar. He'd get himself a bunch of stuff he wanted, and then he'd bring me back a little plate of ham cubes, and he'd put them in front of me, and I loved that shit, and it kept me quiet. And he and Mom could drink their wine and have a nice date night. And
I had similar experiences when my mom would come home and from nights on the town, leaving me alone with my little sibling all night, and she'd come home and say, "Hey, here's some cocktail olives. Here you go." And there was always a cigarette button there, and I knew that meant she loved me.
I assume you're joking.
Yes, I'm joking.
But I can't be 100% sure.
I'm joking. I love my mama. I just make the funnies.
Speaking of, I couldn't remember if she lived in Nashville yet.
Oh, she's been there for the last couple of years, actually.
I knew she was going there, but I didn't know.
They're, according to the latest, they're coming back to the area. So if you want to hunt down my parents, go to 413.
No, but I heard about the tornado that killed a bunch of people in Nashville.
Oh, God, do we have to talk about that?
We don't have to talk about that. I was just going to say, like, I did think about your mom.
Yes.
Because I was like, oh, God, I hope that didn't affect her.
Yeah, that was another, like, this day's been very weird. Like, I finally... I shit my brains out, get told to go home, I go and vote, and then I come back, and then the first message that I get on my computer as I'm getting set up to work from home is a message from my mom saying, "Hey, we're okay." And I'm like,
why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, why wouldn't you be, Mother? And she's like, giant-ass tornado hit Nashville and killed... like 4 at the time when she sent it was like killed 4 people, but we're fine, everyone's fine, aunts and uncles and everyone were cool. I'm like, oh my God, jeez, wow. Like it really cemented home very quickly, instantly to me of wow, just at any moment
you can die.
The sky can open up and remove someone you care for deeply. And you wouldn't even know about it.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. It's horrible. Like, there wouldn't even be a prelude to it. Like, it was kind of like windy and rainy last night. That was it. There was no, oh, I feel something ominous in the air or something like that. No, I was just going about my day pooping. And then I get a call from Mom and be like, we almost died.
See, what happened was there was a tornado in your butt.
Oh, it's like the butterfly effect.
Yeah, you caused that tornado with your heinous shit.
I'm sorry,
Straight
Mom.
to Tennessee.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Tennessee. I didn't mean it. I promise. This seems really insensitive, making funny. People died.
I think it is.
Let's cut it out. I'm sorry to the families who are grieving right now. I apologize.
25 people is the latest count.
Oh my God! Make it worse. Make it worse, B-Rye.
Well,
stop killing people in Tennessee. The tornado's over.
I'll share with you an experience that I had recently where I went to get gas in my car, and it was at night because I always put things off to the last minute. And I drove home and I was like,
mood.
Fuck, I gotta go get gas in my car, and I drove to the gas station, and it was about 10 o'clock, and 2 pumps away was a like this service worker dude in like one of those bright orange like vests and like highway, he does a lot of shit by the highway.
Yeah.
And then like the one next to me was this very small female. And the guy 2 pumps down started like screaming and swearing at the pump. And he was like, he didn't do anything to anybody, but I was like, oh man, like that's shitty and kind of scary and ugly. And then it was the first time that I've ever stopped to think, I hope I'm not scary to people whenever I'm out. And like, I always think, because in my head I think of myself as a good dude and I would never attack anybody, but I'm like, other people don't know that.
Yeah,
I could be horrifying. Oh my God. Because I'm gigantic. I'm like 6'5" and 230 pounds.
And you walk like a raptor.
I walk like a raptor. My aesthetic has been described by multiple people as police sketch. I have a beard and dark sunglasses, and I exclusively wear hoodies and like dark clothes, and I am carrying a gun. All of this sounds very bad on paper, but it's like I was sort of like, oh my God, I hope that the smallish woman at the pump next to me isn't like scared of me that way. And I was like, you do realize in my car I'm listening to Lorena McKennitt, right?
Who?
Hippie Mom Renaissance Festival music.
Green Sleeves is playing right now.
Yeah. It was a moment of self-reflection for me where I was like, oh my God, I could be like part of the problem and not even thinking about it.
I relate, man.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely relate. Like I get that kind of like, am I giving off hostile vibes?
Yeah.
Am I scary? Because like sometimes I'll be walking down the street and like a mother and her children will be walking towards me, and then like she goes wide-eyed and like runs away. Okay, maybe not that bad, but like they
shutter their doors and and board their shutters up.
And like
mothers and children run away screaming, "The bear's gonna eat me!"
It's nothing that severe, but I do get kind of spooked. Like I'm this giant yeti emerging from wherever I am, and like I'm trying to give off the vibe of off-season mall Santa, but chances are, just as likely, people are like, "Oh, look, it's the Jack Link's jerky demon, and he's here for our souls."
I thought the Jack Link's jerky demon was just Macho Man.
No, that's Slim Jim.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're different brands.
Or the low-fat version, Slender James.
Yes.
But no, like in all seriousness though, like it's nice that you're thinking about what kind of personage you're putting forth.
Yeah.
What kind of effect am I outputting towards the world? It's nice to be cognizant at the very least, not obsessed.
I'll try to like do something like where if I'm afraid somebody thinks I'm following them or something, I'll like pull out my phone so it looks like my attention is directed
That's
elsewhere.
exactly what they want. They think you're gonna do.
Really?
They're like,
so what you need to do is run up to somebody as close as possible and yell, "I'm not following you! Don't be afraid of me!
I am not a threat!
I have a gun, but I'm not going to use it on you!"
Concealed carry is legal in this state. Concealed carry is legal in this state. That's another. I talk to myself and make noises a lot. So, although I had a moment the other day which made me feel special in the stupidest way. I was driving home from work, and I stopped at a stoplight. In the car next to me, this thunderous rap music was occurring in my car. I have like 2 rap songs. And it was Rhymes Like Dimes by MF Doom, and I was blasting it, and I forgot that I had like a portion of my window open. I'm just like jamming, and then I like look over, and then there's this black lady in the car next to me. She looks younger than me, and she looks more presentable than me, I'll tell you that much. And I was just coming home from work, so like at first I was, I just caught her, and she was looking at me first, and so I look over and there we meet eyes, and then she just gives me this nod, and then we both just like look elsewhere. I'm just like, hooray, I made a friend. And it felt good that I didn't get like a disparaging like from like a grandma or something. Like, I wasn't
these young kids with the rap music.
Exactly. Oh, these children with their dime music.
What was the thing I yelled earlier that made you laugh? I'm Joe Biden. What's a Visco girl?
Yeah.
Visco girl makes it sound like they're made of syrup. They're viscous.
A viscous girl.
A viscous girl.
That's you.
Yeah. I am rather viscous.
Drippy, gross ass Tim and Eric sounds.
Yeah.
If someone told me, if I don't know, a game show host, I don't know why a game show host would tell me this, but if it's the only
Pat Sajak walks up to you and
like
says,
a candid camera type of situation, and they said one of your friends, someone you know, owns a child's playground slide covered in maple syrup. Who do you think it is? My answer would be immediately Ada.
Without hesitation, Ada.
No questions at all.
a playground slide covered in maple syrup.
Yes.
Do you doubt this, Ada?
Not really.
The whimsical bullshit hive that we live in?
Yeah.
I could see it right over there in that corner. Just sloshing Aunt Jemima.
It's a water slide, but it's maple syrup instead.
Exactly.
And it has to be the children's plastic slide because I can't afford the big unportable ones.
Slip and syrup.
Yeah. Slip and stick.
Have you ever seen the possibly photoshopped cursed image of this shitty Soviet bloc apartment style building, and there's a playground on the roof, and the slide is going right over the side of the building?
What is this?
It's like a weird old cursed image from the internet.
It's like a stories tall building with a playground on top, and the slide leads directly to the edge of the building.
Oh God. Well, it just leads to the portal, the SCP portal, because all SCPs that are found in urban environments come from some sort of projects building.
Yeah.
It's a common theme within the...
It really is.
Although one of my favorite SCPs kind of has an origin like that. It's the one that takes place in the Kowloon walled city. If you've ever...
Oh, yeah.
If you've never heard of that, look that up.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's something to... It's like
the new Mulan in there.
Yeah. Well, the Kowloon walled city is the it's gone now. But for a long time it was this picture the most crowded ghetto projects you've ever seen in your life. Now put the Photoshop squish tool on that and just crunch it together and add 5 more of them in the same amount of space. So just incredibly dense urban population density there. And all the houses are built, the apartment complexes are built ramshackle against each other, and they've got exposed power lines everywhere like Naruto. It's fucking nuts. It's really something to look at, though. I highly recommend just checking out pictures. It's crazy. But in the SCP article, they track down this cool artifact that expands whatever room that it's placed in. Slowly at first, but then bigger and faster as time goes on. And so all of these tiny little apartments, the triad in that area was selling it to people to rent. So they put it in their house, they put it in their tiny little room, and it starts making the inner space bigger without changing the size of the outside space. So everybody's got these palatial mansions, but they're all super close to each other.
Right.
And the place that they tracked it down in, they found it's in the place where it's normally stored the most. And the cool part about it is that it sticks around there, and it's been there so long that it starts creating new rooms, and those new rooms start creating other new rooms and sort of fractals, to the point where things start getting weird as it gains more rooms. They get more warped and strange, and eventually the rest of the article is this diary of a guy who got lost in there, and it's pretty cool. It's a very good read.
Hikikomori by Junji Ito.
I think it's called, I think you can search SCP The Architect, I'm pretty sure, and that'll come up. I can't remember the exact number, I'm sorry. But yeah, this has been Taylor's fun little SCP synopsis bullshit hour, brought to you by Jesus Christ's House of Elephant Rats.
I had forgotten.
Remember to have your doctor check you for SCPs.
SCPs are fine by me's as long as you wear a condom. That's what they used to say back in health class.
Not in mine.
Oh, well, you didn't go to school in containment like I did. That's why they gave you the compliance rod, which you lost, and that's why I've been out of control this whole night.
Ada dropped it behind the couch.
Yeah, I did.
It's impossible to reach now.
Yeah, we can't move the couch.
That would involve moving the couch, and nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, it's plugged in. We have an electric couch.
We do have an electric couch, and I love it, and I won't have you besmirch its name. It's a beautiful couch. I love you, couch. I'll be playing a lot of you when Persona 5 Royal comes out. Royally waiting for that. Oh. Wait, is that the end of the episode, Don't?
Bye, it's over.
Oh, wait.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.